ओके सो कोसाइन नेटवर्क में है ठीक है तो दैट we discussed earlier and this today we will discuss about these particular that the methods. So when these NDE method are used, the application of the any stage or life cycle of component can be assisted in product development to screen or short incoming materials, to monitor, improve or control manufacturing system. That's why these NDT are to be performing, and to verify proper processing such as treatment, verifying proper assembly, and to inspect for in-service damages. So these major type of that kind of NDT method we discussed, and now we discussed about these visual testing and magnetic and dye penetration test, and now we are going through to discuss about this magnetic particle testing, which one is the very most important criteria that we used earlier. And now this the magnetic particle non-destructive testing method, that is a technique that utilizing to detect the both production discontinuities and in-service damages. And this magnetic particle testing is a non-destructive testing method that is used for detection of defect, fast and relatively easy to apply, and part of surface preparation is not as critical for some of the other entity method. So these MPI is one of the most widely utilized non-destructive testing methods, and it used to detect the surface or near surface defect or the discontinuities in magnetic particle. uh, this method basically used on the magnetic field and the magnetic line of forces when present in a ferromagnetic material, and that will be distorted by an interruption in the material continuity, such as discontinuity or considerable changes that in chemical composition as well. So the only requirement for from this inceptibility, that is the standpoint, is that the component that is being to be inspected must be made by the ferromagnetic materials. You can say the ferrous materials like iron, nickel, cobalt, or some other kind of a material. So this is the merit and the demerit as well regarding this magnetic particle inspection. And these ferromagnetic material are the materials that can be magnetized that to a level, and that will allow the inspection to effective. So these method is used basically the variety to inspect the variety of product forms such as casting, forging, right? So these extent that we can use for the purpose. And the variety of product can be uh, such as made by the casting, forging and weldment can be inspected, and many different industries using these magnetic particle inspection for determining a component's fitness for use. And some example of these industries that use magnetic particle inspection are the structural steels, automotive, petrochemicals, that power generation and aerospace industries, that providing the discontinuity and the kind of in-service damages to be checked, and the aerospace industry as well. Sometime we can use also in the underwater inspection, is that another kind of a area that where the magnetic particle inspection may be used to test such thing as offshore structure and underwater pipeline as well. So, to understand this concept of this particular magnetization, So that first we know that about what is that magnetic lines and the magnetism. So the magnetism is basically the ability of a matter to attract each other matter to itself, and the object that possess the property of magnetism are said to be magnetic. So this theory of magnetic particle inspection is a relatively simple concept, and it can be considered as a combination of two non-destructive methods, that is magnetic flux linkage testing and the visual testing as well. So these basic consideration, if we talk about these magnet, to understand this we can take the kind of understanding or the example that as we saw in our childhood as well, when we uh, attract the try to attract the same pole of the magnet, it tries to repel, or in you can say, if we taking about the example of these to understand. So if a magnet that can be if the magnet can be bent, and the two poles are joint closed ring, and that no external poles exist, and it will have no attraction for the magnetic material as well. So what will happen, as long as the part to be inspected, that is free from crack or other discontinuities, that magnetic particle will not be attracted when a crack or other discontinuity is in present. And then the north and the south magnetic pole are set up at the edge of this continuity, so that magnetic particle attracted to the poles which are the edges of the crack or the discontinuities, and these all are magnetic particle, as we discuss, that it will not work on the material like aluminum, copper, zinc, austenitic stainless steel, or austenitic high magnesium steel, because of these are the non-magnetic particles. And if we talk about this particular force of the magnet, that is the north and the south poles that enter to the magnet is showing. So the particular applications, yes. So the interaction of this magnetism is the pole is a point where the magnetic line of force is exist or a material, and these the kind of interactions that uh, happen, that the interaction of the material with an external magnetic field. So these work on this particular Faraday's law, as we discussed, that when a material is placed and within a magnetic field, the magnetic forces of materials, that electrons will be affected, and this effect is known as Faraday law of magnetic induction. And the material that can react quite differently to presence of external magnetic field, this reaction is basically depend on a number of factors, such as the atomic and the molecular structure of the material, and the net magnetic field that is associated with the atoms. So the magnetic moment associated with the atom have three origin, and these are the electron orbital motion, the change in orbital motion that caused by an external magnetic field, and the spin of the electrons. So that happens with this, that the interaction of the material that happen with these particular interactions. The diamagnetic metal, a very weak negative susceptibility to magnetic field. Diamagnetic material are slightly, you can say, uh, by the magnetic field and the material does not retain the magnetic property. And these paramagnetic material is a kind of a small and positive susceptibility to magnetic field, and these material are slightly attracted by a magnetic field, and the material does not retain the magnetic properties when the external field is removed. And if we talk about this ferromagnetic material, these large and positive susceptibility to an external magnetic field, they exhibit a strong attraction to magnetic field, and are able to retain their magnetic property after the external field has been removed. So these wordings, and then we talked about what is the kind of ferromagnetic material. So this ferromagnetic is the become magnetized when the magnetic domain with the material are aligned, and this can be done by placing the material in a strong external magnetic field, and or passes by these magnetic field and current through the material, and some or all of the domain can become aligned, and the more domain that are aligned, the stronger the magnetic field in the material. That the general property of the magnetic line of force, that to understand that follow the path of at least resistance between the opposite magnetic poles, and it never cross one another, that all have the same strength, their density basically decreases as they spread out when they move from an area of higher permeability to an area of lower permeability. Their density decreases when with increasing the distance from the poles, and the flow from the south pole to the north pole within the material, and the north pole to south pole in the air as well. When a bar of magnet is broken in the center of its length, two complete bar magnetic with magnetic pole on each end, as you can see in the figure, there is a breakage on the surface of this particular magnetized material, and that due to that crack the two kind of a pole is created automatically, and that flux leakage basically attracting the magnetic particles to examine the surface cracks. So if the magnet is just cracked but not broken completely in two, a north and south pole will form at the edge of the crack, and the magnetic field exits the north pole, and enters at the south pole, and the magnetic field spread out when it encounter with the small air gaps that is created by the crack, because the air that can not support as much as magnetic field per unit volume as the magnet can. So when the field is spread out, appears to leak out of the material, and thus it is called a flux leakage field. So you can see if iron particle are sprinkled on these crack magnet, the particle will be attracted to a cluster not only at the pole at the end of the magnet, but also at the poles at the edges of the cracks. So this cluster of particle is much easier to see than the actual crack, and this the basic magnetic particle of inspection. As you can see in the figure very clearly, in the magnet where the crack are present, the two magnets are basically aligned, and so as that created a kind of a magnetic field that reflect on this particular work. So moving toward this magnetic particle inspection, if we talk about, I think time is so. So this is the basic concept of magnetic particle inspection. Later on, we will discuss how this magnetic particle inspection is taking place in the next class. Okay, thank you.